Hare Krishna. Have you noticed that basically there's some people who just like to accuse and complain, and other people actually like to help? So there's some people who just like to accuse and complain. They're constantly finding fault. And they want to say that things are going badly because of that person. So they see the mistake, they see the fault, they find faults everywhere. And then they want to place blame. So they come up to you and they say, oh, because you did this and this is happening and this is the problem, and you did this and this is happening, and she did that and that's happening now. Well, other people just come along and say, okay, this is the situation. How can I make it better? How can I improve it? They just want to help. So what's behind this mentality? Behind this mentality is one of the key points of the 3T path, one of the key concepts of the 3T path, which is to avoid what we can call victimism, where you feel victimhood, where you always feel like you're a victim. In victimhood, the person feels that she or he is a victim. So the person thinks that I'm innocent, and just the forces of nature, of the universe, whatever, have made me suffer. And it's actually not my power. It's beyond my power. I'm a victim, and here I am, and my life isn't any good, and I'm not happy. And you know what? It's got nothing to do with me, because I'm a victim. It's somebody else's fault. So let's try to find out whose fault it is. It's my father, it's my mother, it's the government, it's you, it's this, it's that company, it's my husband, it's my ex-wife. Just find a fault and just feel like a victim. And victimhood is very serious, because what happens is when you feel like a victim, you lose power. You've given up power. You're saying, I cannot control my life. So you've given up power. And when you give up power, you give up the power to, of course, make your life better, which you actually do have. You have full control and power to make your life as good as you want it. You can't make your life change from the outside in so much. I can't decide that I want to be in Mars now or sprout wings and go off flying. Of course not. But I can totally decide how I'm going to interpret my life as it is right now. I can be here and think, wow, this is amazing. I'm completely amazed that I'm here, and be so happy and joyful and feeling connected. Or I can be here miserable, thinking that, oh, it's not fair that this is happening. It's not fair that happened. How come that guy has that? How come she did that and he did that? It's just all up to you. It's all in your mind. The power, as I say in the 3T path, the power is in your mind. You have this complete power to mold and shape how you experience your life. But victimhood cuts that off. Victimhood erases that possibility, because you think, no, it's just the outside in. I'm a victim of circumstances. It's things just happening to me. And then you start laying blame. You start accusing. So, but when we stop doing that, when we put aside victimhood and lamentation, which are completely useless, very dangerous, we put those toxic things aside, and then we say, no, okay, so what's going on now here? What can I do? That's Dharma. What is my essence? What is my duty? How can I help? How can I do better? And then you start from that point, and then you start helping. So in Dharma, Dharma means just doing your duty, doing your best, and doing your best, acting means helping. It always means helping. In Dharma, you're helping yourself, you're helping your children, you're helping your society, you're helping the planet, you're helping your company. Dharma basically means serving, basically means helping. And with that mentality, and you've noticed this, when you've helped someone, when you had that nice, okay, I want to help you, I want to do this. If you're a parent and you've helped your child, if you've helped your parents, whenever you've had that moment where you were like, okay, how can I help you? And you helped your friend, and you did something for some, you volunteered, or you worked with your company, but not in the mood of like, okay, this is my job, blah, 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 but actually like, oh, wow, let's do this, let's make this happen. Then you felt good. You felt good, because helping is actually true to your soul. It just feels good to help. It feels good to do good. It's that easy. When you do your best, you feel your best. When you do good, you feel good. It really is that simple. It sounds a bit silly, but it actually is that simple. And you've experienced this before. And when you're in the Dharma mentality of helping, that's what you do. And then you feel good. And this whole thing of like blame and don't worry about that. Don't worry about laying blame unless you're a detective like trying to find. Then you don't have to find the culprit, or that's not unless it's like your job to do that. Unless it's your job to find like the cause, your accident, like researcher trying to find like unless that's your job, that's why you don't have to do that, because that's very negative and it's just going to bring you down. So if you're one of those people who are laying blame, you should stop now. You should stop now, because you're making your life miserable and you're making everybody's life miserable around you. And if you're not, but you have somebody doing that, you should put them aside. You should create distance, because if you're not the type to be laying blame all the time, don't live with someone who's laying blame all the time. Don't accept that level of toxicity in your life. Create space, redesign your life. Put that person, reconsider being close to that person, because you don't need that. Nobody wants that kind of low-level vibration of accusations and blame. So we can change, and we can let other people change at their rhythm. But we have to do our best to live well now. That's it. Hare Krishna.